for this question, we need to figure out what is going to be the center of the interval and what is going to be the margin of error. So to find p hat, to find this, because we have the upper and the lower, to find the p hat, we're going to just use a simple average formula. The average of those two numbers will actually give me the middle. So if I add the lower plus the upper and divide by 2, that'll get me the average. Right, I guess I don't need that big of a line. Let's make it a little shorter. So let's do that. Okay, so now let's plug in the numbers. So 26.8 plus 37.6 divided by 2 is going to equal. Now in this case we can use the calculator. So I'm going to pull up the calculator app here so I can do this. So 26.8 plus 37.6 equals. Now don't forget to hit the equal sign, because if you were just to go ahead and divide by 2 right away, you'd only be dividing the 37 by 2 because you don't have parentheses around it. So make sure you hit the equal sign first. Now I'm going to do divided by 2. All right, I get 32.2. So let's go back to the screen. And the units on this is percent still. So it's 32. Oh boy. Let's try to write that 3 again without it looking like a decimal. 32.2%. All right, now to try to find the margin of error, I use the letter E in my template, but here they're calling it ME. So let's just call it what they have here in this one. ME is equal to half the distance between the upper and the lower. Because remember what the formula is. You got to add and subtract the margin of error to the 32.2 to get your upper and lower bounds. So in this case, what you're going to do is you're going to take the upper, subtract the lower, and divide by 2. So this would be 37.6 minus 26.8, all of that divided by 2. Again, I will use a calculator for some assistance. So let's go back to my calculator and clear out what we have here. All right, 37.6 minus 26.8 equals. So when I do that equals, and then you want to make sure you do that, otherwise if you divide by 2, you're not going to get the proper answer, because it'll only be dividing the second term by 2 because it's doing order of operations with PEMDAS. All right, so now I have my 10.8. Let's divide by 2. And my margin of error would be 5.4. And now you can kind of check this just to make sure you did all the calculations correct by, oh, that's better. Hang on. By adding these two numbers together. So if you add 32.2 plus 5.4, you do get 37.6. All right, so let's put the answers in and see how we did. 32.2 and 5.4. Notice the percent signs are here, so we don't need them. 32.2 and 5.4. And let's check this response. All right, great. I hope this video helps.